Yo, welcome back to the Traumatified Podcast, man. It's your boy Zell Johnson, man. Hey, listen, man. I just want to start this episode off by saying I am not a conspiracy theorist, but it is interesting to wonder about the beyond, the different. You know what I mean? So much bullshit down here on Earth, you know? So it's like, yo, sometimes I just be wondering, like, man, what else is out there? What else is out there in the universe? Are we alone? You know, I'm not religious, but like I believe there's some sort of God. You know, I believe that there's some sort of God out there somewhere. I don't know exactly if it's the biblical version, you know, like I don't know if it's I don't know. No one really knows, you know? It's cool to wonder though, right? It's cool to I'm kind of like a scientific kind of guy, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'm a little different sometimes, you know? Sorry again, it's allergy season. I know y'all might be like, "Really, dude? Really?" But I'm just going to give it to y'all raw, man. Like this is just what it is. But listen, man, I got a question for y'all. Where do y'all think aliens are from? If you believe in aliens. I don't 100% believe in aliens because I never seen one. Just like I don't 100% believe in God because I never seen a God or an angel or I don't know, you know? I'm not like an atheist, but don't get me wrong, I hope God's real. I hope we don't just die and it's game over, you know? I mean, sleep is pretty peaceful, right? You know, you don't even know you just out. You just wake up like, huh? It's been 6 hours. You know, you don't even. I don't know. But in this episode, man, we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about aliens. And I know what some of y'all thinking, the little green dude with the big head taking me to your leader. Nah, not necessarily. I don't even know if I should say aliens. Because that word has such like it has like a stigma attached to it. Because when you say aliens, the first thing people think about is like Hollywood, you know, Mars attack. You know, they're gonna come eat us and take our brains and shit. Maybe they might. I don't know, but I've always been curious. You know, I've always been like into scientific, you know, cosmos and through the universe and space and you know, I don't think that's weird because we're in space. You know, we're in space. There's probably somebody looking up at the stars, and we're out that motherfucker somewhere. Just like we're looking up at the stars at night, and there's some motherfuckers out there wondering. You know, it could be a whole bunch of. Listen, they say God created us in His image, right? So maybe aliens look just like us. Maybe they just some other motherfuckers on another planet somewhere. Like maybe they got cars and maybe they got their own form of comic books and superheroes and I don't know. You know, maybe they're similar. Maybe what if we find out they're just like us? They had war. They elect presidents. Like they just maybe look just a little bit different. Speak another language that we don't know nothing about. I don't know. But listen, man, I got a few theories about aliens or should I say advanced life forms or smart ass animals? I don't know what you want to call it. So like my first theory, man, is like what if these motherfuckers are from Antarctica? Hear me out. This is my first theory. If they're real, right? So Antarctica, right? Of course, we know it's at the south pole of the Earth. The Arctic is at the top of Earth, and the Arctic isn't land. The Arctic is just a collection of what you call it, like frozen water. Basically, it's just frozen salt water, just frozen water. But at the South Pole, at the bottom of Earth, Antarctica, not the Arctic. The Arctic is at the top. Antarctica is at the bottom, right? So Antarctica is a continent. It's frozen over. It doesn't get a lot of sunlight, or one part doesn't get a lot of sunlight, and one part just gets nothing but sunlight. Something like that, right? Okay, so boom, check it out. That landmass is like the size of like the United States and Mexico put together. Put together. And yes, it's frozen over, but you mean to tell me there's just absolute nothing? You mean to tell me there's a landmass the size bigger than the United States of America? Like, think about VA. I'm in VA. Think about Virginia, right? Virginia probably has who knows how many undiscovered caves out there. Undiscovered cave systems, right? All right, so boom. Antarctica probably, if Antarctica is bigger than the United States of America, you don't think there's a bunch of cave systems and underground tunnels that maybe, they did a research on Antarctica, that they found out that it was a lush rainforest. And think about when the Earth was Pangea. For y'all that don't know what Pangea is, it's when all the planets were lumped. Not planets. All the land on this planet Earth was lumped together as one. I think it was a name before that, and then when they spread it out, they changed the name, but it was Pangea. And Antarctica was a part of that, which means that at one point in time, everything was connected, which means that if there was life on all these other planets, there was life there. It just moved. Sorry. Again, the allergies. It just moved down to the South Pole and it froze over. But let's say, hypothetically speaking, that there were some smart life forms there, right? And let's just say as Antarctica, or whatever they call it, was moving down over thousands and thousands, because this took a long time. It didn't just fall down there. It took a long time, which means it was probably at the equator at one point. And again, there was this study done at some university, I believe, or something like that. And they found out that it was a lush rainforest. Imagine that. A piece of land bigger than the United States was once a lush rainforest, which means there's a bunch of damn life there at one point in time. There's a bunch of shit on, excuse my language, there's a bunch of stuff on Antarctica that we have no knowledge of. 80% of our oceans are undiscovered, and we have a continent that we have not explored because it's too damn cold. And which I don't understand is, how can you send a man to the moon? You're about to send somebody to Mars, but you can't explore Antarctica? Now, again, I know it's fucking cold now. I know it's cold. It's very, very, very cold there. But I just don't understand how we got all this technology and we can't explore this huge piece of frozen land. I mean, come on. Let's get some big ass trucks down there and just start drilling. Don't you guys want to discover what's going on Earth? Don't you want to know what if there's something there that connects all of us together? Like, what if the missing link is there? You know what I mean? Like, there's so much down there that we have not discovered yet. And I think, which brings me around to this, extraterrestrials, these things, right, that are called aliens, the gray skin that they say looks like leather or feels like leather. Let me see, the big ass black eyes and the big ass heads. I mean, that's humanoid, right? 2 hands, 2 feet, big ass head. That's humanoid, right? Okay, so if it's humanoid, who's to say, right, that These extraterrestrials, or what we call extraterrestrials, are the missing link that linked us. What if they were on Antarctica the whole time and they just stayed there? And over thousands or millions, I don't know how many, hundreds of thousands of years, they evolved because it's so cold. I mean, think about it. If it's so damn cold there, and they said, hey, we're going to stay here and live under all this frozen stuff because the deeper down you go, it gets warmer, right? They may have some illuminate. What is that? Neon luminescent lights. You know, like Avatar, they got these neon lights that could be in the cave systems, or they discovered their own way of creating light. It's just not there. Maybe they don't want to be seen. Maybe they were the most advanced ones on this planet, and they stayed there and broke away on purpose. Because Antarctica has the most strongest current in the world swirling around Antarctica. So you can get to it, but it's hell getting to it. And then it's like a treaty thing. Like all the flags are there, and it's like a no-fly zone, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's like a no-fly zone type thing. So that's weird. Why you can't fly over it? Why can't you fly over Antarctica? Think about it. Go on YouTube and look up a video of a full flight over Antarctica. I haven't even researched it, but I don't think you can find it. Because for some reason you're not supposed to fly over it. Why is that? Why is it a treaty territory where all the flags are all there? And dude, we're going to space, but we're not discovering Antarctica. It's a whole effing continent. And we're not going to explore it? And there's probably millions and millions of cave systems, undiscovered animals that's frozen under the ice, humanoid bones, civilization, cities buried under ice. I mean, look how huge it is. It was a freaking rainforest. There were humanoids running through there, hunting, eating, making fires. They were there. It just froze over. And then think about it. These creatures, these extraterrestrial aliens, right? They got these big ass black eyes. Why is that? Probably because over thousands, hundreds of thousands of years, they evolved to see in the damn dark. Maybe that's why they come pick motherfuckers up in the middle of the night, because they can see fine at night, but they know people are sleeping. What if they've been studying us from there this whole time, just studying us, right? I don't know. And then of course my second theory is that like everybody else, they're from outer space. They're from Zeta Reticuli, or Proxima Centauri, or Alpha Centauri, or whatever the hell which one it is. And maybe they figured out how to bend gravity, because they also discovered a while back that gravity is actually a wave. Google it. It's a wave. And maybe they figured out how to tap into that wave, just like we tapped into a radio wave. And now you literally can't see a radio wave. You literally can't see your Wi-Fi. You literally can't see gravity. Say it again. You literally, with your eyes, can't see a radio wave. You can't see your Wi-Fi, but you got Wi-Fi. You're literally streaming video from the air. You're streaming it from the air, or this wave. So what if these smart ass people, I'll say people, figured out how to bend gravity waves? Because the only thing that's holding us to this earth is the core. That's why everything falls. The core is it is so massive that's just pulling everything to it. It's pulling everything to it. So what if they just figured out a way? They got some sort of exotic material, some exotic particle, something that we haven't discovered, something that isn't natural to this planet. What if they figured out how to just bend the wave? So that way they can move at speeds so damn fast, but inside of their ship, it's just like we're bending the gravity wave around us. So the gravity of this Earth doesn't affect them with inside that ship, because the material that it's made out of is some sort of exotic material that it could probably, if you send a electrical charge through the material, it probably can make itself so fucking heavy that it creates its own gravitational wave around it, but at the same time it's light as air. Who knows? Who knows? That sounds fucking crazy, but they say anything you can imagine or think of can be achieved, right? I mean, think about people 300 years ago and look at us now. This shit is magic. Anyway, man, I don't know. What if they figured out how to bend gravity? What if they figured out how to, I'm sorry. What if they figured out how to not be affected by gravity? What if they're not even bending gravity? What if they're just pushing it away, and the ship that they're inside of manipulates gravity, and it's not allowing itself to be affected by the pull of the core of the Earth, because that's all it is. That's all it is. The core of the Earth is so damn dense and heavy that's pulling us to it. That's all it is. And every planet has its own, gravity is different. Some might be the same as ours. Some might be real similar. You know what I mean? But I don't know. That's one of my other theories. And then, like, my third theory is that, hey, what if they're just underwater? What if Atlantis was real? And, maybe not like the Disney shit. Maybe there was some high-tech city here. Or, I mean, that's let me stop myself real quick. When they say that there were high-tech cities years ago, it's like, dude, if they were that high-tech, they would have had cameras, bruh. Like, if they were more advanced than us now, bro, wouldn't they would have had cameras, bruh? Wouldn't they would have had, like, USB drives, bruh, and, like, files and CD? Wouldn't we have seen what we have now? Why are we just seeing a bunch of fucking rocks? Even the pyramids are just a bunch of fucking rocks. Oh, they show us a bunch of rocks. Maybe it ain't a bunch of damn rocks. You know what I mean? Maybe it's some other shit. Who knows, bruh? Who knows? I don't know. But I think that if these things are real, man, they're from inside the Earth, inside the ocean, or Antarctica, or they're from another planet, and they just figured out how to get here. Again, in space, you gotta think about it. If these guys are traveling through space, they have to know how to manipulate gravity, because there's no gravity in space. Or there is gravity in space, it's just so little, that's why you float, because everything is pulling you at the same time. And that's why you float, because everything's pulling you, but everything's so far away that the gravitational force isn't as strong. So if every single thing's pulling you at once, you're probably just going to float, because all that little gravitational pull is pulling you at once, but it's weak. It's weak gravitational pull. So it's either no gravity in space, or it's that there's so much small gravity waves in space that everything's pulling everything, and everything's just floating, because everything's pulling everything. Who knows? I don't know. That's just a guess. Just a guess, man. Y'all tell me, man. This episode isn't for everybody. This is for kind of like I'm a thinker. I think about a lot of things. I don't just think about the shit that everybody else probably thinks about. I think deep sometimes, I'm a deep thinker. That's why I write. That's why I create shit, That's just how I am sometimes. I can't express this side of me to everybody. Cause some people, you're fucking weird. Okay, I'll wear it. I am a little weird sometimes. I'm just different. You know what I'm saying? I'm different. But what do y'all think, man? Do y'all think they're from like another dimension, interdimensional? That might be too deep for y'all to understand. I don't know. I'm leaning more towards that they're from Earth, but they're hiding themselves. I mean, I honestly feel like the government has technology to scan the whole entire planet, and they can see what's inside the planet, and they know that there's something there that's a little bit more advanced than us, but they're different in a weird way, and they're just kind of watching us. And we're the experiment. What if we're the experiment? What if they're just watching us? What if they wrote the Bible and everything that, they foretold, they knew? Because they've been studying civilizations. Or maybe there's a secret underground Antarctic underwater facilitation for beings to come in and out, and they're just keeping it on the low because they know religion runs the world, bro. People kill for religion. People die for religion. We go to war for religion. And something from space is just gonna come in. And that's the thing, man. I think that's what these beings, if they're real, they're not exposing themselves to us because it's like they know they'll fuck us up. Like they know. And I don't get why. Because again, I'm on this. I mean, it's too much, dude. There's hella galaxies out there. Like, if we were alone, it would literally not make any sense. It actually makes more sense for the universe to be teeming with life. It makes more sense for there to be aliens. Again, not the Hollywood aliens. It could be anything. It could be animals. It could be people that just look different. Like, not to take me to your leader. Nah, I'm talking about like people. Like it could be motherfuckers that haven't evolved and they're still in their Stone Age era. And then we go there and mess their head up like, oh, woo, what the heck? How the hell they doing that? And we the aliens. You see what I'm saying? Or they could come here and they could be, 200 years more advanced. Imagine from this very moment to 200 years. Come on. Imagine if somebody came here from the future in a ship that was 200 more years advanced than what we got going on right now. Bruh. We wouldn't even know. We'd be trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So people have all these crazy theories that they're time travel. I don't think they're time travelers. I don't think they're time travelers. You know what I mean? And you want to know a quick theory on my opinion? I shouldn't say quick theory. My opinion on time travel. I guess I could say my theory on time travel. I think you can go backwards in time, but you can't go forwards because the past already happened. So it's like you can jump back, but you can't jump forward because you can't go where it hasn't happened. But some people say time is happening all at once. We just perceive it the way we perceive it because the level we're on as human beings, we're at a certain level. Like for example, if a car flies by a cockroach, I don't think the cockroach isn't going to understand the concept of that car. It's not going to be like, well, that's a car with wheels and a person driving. No. Even a bird. I don't think birds look at cars and go, oh, that's a vehicle. They might see an object, but they have no perception of what the hell that even. They don't got hands. They don't got feet like us. So there's no way they can even operate it. Now that sounds kind of crazy. But I'm just trying to get y'all to understand, like, what if we're on a level, right? And these beings are on the level that we just, for some weird reason, we can't comprehend. Maybe they have a larger brain with more compartments in it. Maybe the way our vision is, their vision is 10x times better, and they can see, infrared and and they can see this and that. You know what I'm trying to say? What if they're just on another level of understanding? You know what I mean? They say we kin to the monkeys. Maybe we haven't fully, maybe we're in that transition period now where we're kind of coming into this awakening stage where we just kind of are evolving. Maybe that's why they're showing themselves to us. Again, I don't believe in aliens. I just think they could be out there, but I'm not one of those guys going to run around like, yeah, they're real. Shit, I don't know. I ain't never seen no motherfucking alien. Maybe I have, and I ain't know I was looking at one. I seen some strange looking people before, but I don't know. You know, I never seen an angel. I never seen God. I never seen Jesus. So, what if all of that shit is real? I don't know, man. Y'all tell me, man. What do y'all think? Do y'all think aliens are from outer space? Do you think they're from Antarctica? Do you think they're from the caves of Antarctica? Do you think they're from the water? Do you think they're from in our minds? Do you think it's all a bunch of bullshit? Sometimes I feel like that too. I'll be like, man, that's bullshit, man. You know, because everybody just throw a bunch of shit on the internet. You get on YouTube, you know, that dark side of YouTube, that weird side of YouTube. Like there's a weird side to YouTube. You got the hip hop side of YouTube, you got the K-pop side of YouTube, you got the construction work side of YouTube, where there's a bunch of, you know, redneck motherfuckers fixing shit. Then you got the gossip side of YouTube. Then you got the dark, twisted side of YouTube. Then you got the weird side of YouTube, where it's like a bunch of fucking weirdos talking weird about weird stuff. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. Y'all let me know something, man. What do y'all think, man? Again, I ain't one of those dudes wearing the metal tinfoil hats. Nah, I be just thinking sometimes. You know what I mean? What do y'all think? Just what do you think? You think it's bullshit? You think all of it's just a bunch of made up hype and we are just here? That'd be weird though, wouldn't it? That out of all that space and time throughout the cosmos, we're just the only ones on this little itty bitty tiny planet. You see how small our planet is compared to like Saturn? Like you can fit us inside Saturn like 30 times, I think. Maybe not that many. Maybe like 6, 7 times. I don't know. I don't know the math on that, but we're small, man. We're tiny as fuck. You know, just give somebody else like shit 1,000 years on us. You know what I mean? Like, or give them 1,000 years minus us. You know, it's just I don't think we're alone, but maybe we are. Y'all let me know, man. Hey, man, this is the Trauma 5 podcast, man. This your boy Zell Johnson, man. Hey, I'm gonna talk to y'all.